Hi everybody, CutieVamp here, and I was requested 2 months ago to do this video, but I'm back in America now. The Texas, not too happy about Texas, but I digress. Kitty Nooney had requested, I think I pronounced your name right. They said, I am very curious about your military training. Any funny or serious moments? Also, how do you incorporate your military experience into your art? Well, about the last part, I don't really do that. At least I don't think I do. I did one drawing that was based on somebody's OC. They had won a raffle that I was doing, and basically I just took a little bit, I guess, of what I already knew from the military and put it into their OC to not really fix their character, but to make it look like how I would draw it in, the military style with the dog tags and how the hair was styled and whatnot. So, I just went in and did a little bit like that. But besides that, I don't think I incorporate military stuff into my art. But funny stories and stuff, yeah, I have plenty. When I first got to basic, it was pretty awesome. You get there, they yell at you, they tell you to do stuff or whatever, but you don't do anything crazy in reception, like PT or anything like that. So you're just in your little class thing, and then they're like, "Oh, make your phone call, hang up." So that was fun. We did have a couple serious moments too. One guy, he did not want to go off to basic training when we were already at reception. And basically, I don't want to get into too much detail because it is very triggering, but he did some things to not get sent, and he had to get sent into medical. So, but yeah. And then I'm laughing because you know, that's how I handle awkwardness. But the funny moments, we were in our first day in basic, like actual day zero. And, our NCOs are telling us, line up all your bags, make them even, da 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 da. And then, you line up your bags. They stop you. You all have to run and line up. They inspect your bags if they're good or not. And then you have to keep doing it again until you get it right. Well, I fell pretty bad. Okay, so they told us, line up your bags. We lined them up, and they were like, all right, go, 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 go. So we start running, and I'm at the end because my last name, so I'm at the end, and I trip on the freaking bag, and I ate shit. My knee popped out of place, and then I just got up and kept going. They're like, get up, go, 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 go. So I get up and I run, and as soon as I go to line up, you have to take a knee, right? I took a knee. That knee popped back into place. That was the most, well, not the most painful thing I ever experienced, but it hurt. I had a bruise all the way down my entire shin for I want to say about a month. And then my drill sergeant, he didn't even notice that bruise though. I think he noticed, but he didn't really notice, but he was putting on my ACH, trying to tighten it to the perfect stuff, because you're in training, you don't know how to do all that. And he looks at my shin and he's like, "What happened to you?" And I was like, "You remember who the first day zero, and we were lining up the bags? You remember the soldier that fell?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." I was like, "Yeah, that was me." And he was like, "Oh." He was like, "Oh, that was you?" I was like, "Yes, that was me." I loved my drill sergeant though. He was the greatest man. He was so awesome. I look up to him even to this day. He's awesome. I did almost fail out of basic. That was a pretty serious thing. Um, I don't know what happened, but it's what caused me to be disabled today. So I glossed over that a little bit in the last story about it. And so basically they had us I forget what it's called because it's been so long now. But they had us crawling on the ground or whatever, and like I had my canteens and stuff on and everything. Like everybody had all their stuff on. It was like 100 degrees. We had full kit, and they were like, they had us like crawling and stuff. And freaking my hips, they couldn't take it. And I was literally crying from the pain. Like I wasn't crying because like, oh, they're yelling at us. No, like I was in legit pain. So like the drill sergeant, they were like, get her up, take her to medical. And so like I had to go all the way to the TMC to get treatment, but nobody was there. And like on the way there though, they were like asking me, because I was like, I just want a med board, I want to quit, because I didn't think I could take it anymore because it was so bad because the way I was treated because of me being hurt. But I took it as a sign when I got there and that the medical wasn't there or whatever. I took it as a sign and I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna quit. And yeah, so I kept going and I made it. I graduated. But while I was at DLI, actually there is one funny story. I had to take a PT test before I went to the hospital because they wanted me to pass my PT test before I got my profile. And so I went and I did it. I flew. Like, I'm a sprinter. I can run. No matter how hurt I am, I can still run. It hurts though, but I can do it. But when I had sprinted the last little bit, it was awesome because like when we got sent back to the barracks, and at night for inspection, my NCO, she came by and she went and gave me a high five, and she was like, "Look at her. She's beat out everybody with being hurt and running and whatnot." I mean, not like literally like beat out everybody, but like I pushed through even being hurt. There were some people who failed. Yeah. So, but she gave me a high five, right? And then my battle buddy across the room in her room, she was like, "Yeah," and she raised her hand cuz she wanted a high five too. And she just looks at her and she just like gives her like an up and down eye and she goes, "No." And it was awesome. It was one of the greatest things I'd ever experienced. Um Now, I will say though, when I got to my actual duty station in my actual unit in Fort Carson, like there was a lot of fun times that we had there, but like most of the time, the reason that I did quit the military was, they kind of treated me like shit. So it's not like that everywhere. I mean, it all depends on your NCOs and everything. So I don't want to discourage anybody who's like wanting to join the military or anything. Nothing like that at all. It's just every person is different, and everybody's gonna have different experiences. While I was at DLI, for example, I loved it there. Best NCOs I ever had. They were amazing. And then when I was at Carson, I had some good NCOs. Don't get me wrong, but it was the females that didn't like me. I don't know what their deal was, but I worked hard. I did what I was supposed to do. They didn't like me because I was hurt and I was useless because I was broken. Just those kinds of things. But, I don't really want to leave this video off on a terrible note, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys one more funny story. Okay. So, when we, when we went to when we went to the field, right? We went to do our field training. It was at Calfax. This is still in Fort Carson. And when we were out there, we had like some awesome KPs. Like KPs are basically like just other soldiers and stuff who just come over and like do dishes and stuff for us. So like we would have them over all the time or whatever and helping us out. Now, we did have one guy come in. I don't remember his rank because it was a few years ago, but he was some kind of like officer or whatever. I can't remember what rank he was though, but he came up the stairs into the I can't think of the words. I can't English right now. For the food. He came up there to get food, right? And he looks at the food and he goes, "No, no, no, no." Rude as fuck, right? So like we all like kind of looked at each other and we're like, this motherfucker really didn't just, because you don't insult your cooks. And like I will say our food is actually good, even if it's in the field. Like we do what we can. My unit, we actually knew how to cook. on his way out, he went back down the way he came, which you're not really supposed to do that because the stairs are kind of wonky. The stairs gave way on him. Yeah, instant karma. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm totally gonna leave the video off there because it's like one of the best things that I have ever had happen. It was great. Um, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And yeah, now that I'm back in America, they should be coming more frequently, hopefully. Fingers crossed, you know how the brain likes to work in your head. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye guys.